I thought you went back to your planet!
No way! I'm gonna live here!
Hold on! Seriously?
Well, of course I am, silly. Married couples live together.
Out of the pan and into the fire.
I really regret giving birth to him.
My darling, I'm yours!
Hello and welcome to today's deep dive. This one will be a bit different as I'll be covering two releases, those being the two Blu-ray sets of the 2022 Urusei Yatsura TV series. This is a reboot of the classic 1981 series, mainly focused on highlighting the large cast of characters and memorable moments. You don't have to watch the original series first, but it's one of, if not the best anime of all time, so take that into consideration. Anyway, back to the reboot review. The first set was released last year in 2024. It features 23 episodes with audio in English and Japanese. It has English subtitles and English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. Special features include clean openings and endings, episode previews, and Japanese promos. The second set was released recently in April of 2025. It features 23 episodes with audio in Japanese. Yes, this set has no English dub, I'll talk about that later. It has English subtitles, but no English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. Special features include clean openings and endings, web previews, and Japanese promos. These sets are distributed by Sentai Filmworks, but more importantly, I would like to take a moment to thank all of the people who made this release possible. Luckily, Sentai does a good job providing disc credits, which are on screen now. Now let's take a look at the packaging. Both sets are in standard Blu-ray cases, but oddly, they are slightly different. This is very apparent when looking at where the cases open. The lips where you grip the opening are different sizes. This doesn't really matter, the cases are the same size and will look identical while sitting on your shelf, but if this bothers you, you may want to find some replacement cases. Though I should mention that cases may vary depending on when the item was printed, so your copies may be different than mine. Anyway, let's get back on track. The fronts on both sets feature the best girl not on Earth, Lum. The title is in the bottom right, and in the bottom left it mentions which seasons each set contains. This can be a bit confusing. Sentai says that the show is 4 seasons, but every other authority says it's 2 seasons. Either way, it's a total of 46 episodes, and it's all contained in these 2 sets. The spines both have the title, another picture of Lum, the contents, and the Sentai logo at the bottom. The backs again show the contents, along with a synopsis and some screenshots. They both make sure to let you know that this is a Rumiko Takahashi show. If you don't know her name, you have probably heard of her creations, which include Ranma 1/2 and Inuyasha. Further down, we'll see a listing of special features and technical information, most of which I talked about earlier. Give me a minute and I'll show you the inserts outside of the cases. And the back of both inserts are blank. We'll take a look inside, and there are no physical extras. Each set has 4 discs. Set 1, Disc 1 has episodes 1 through 9. Disc 2 has episodes 10 and 11, and extras. Disc 3 has episodes 12 through 20. Disc 4 has episodes 21 through 23 and extras. Set 2, Disc 1 has episodes 24 through 32. Disc 2 has episodes 33 through 35 and extras. Disc 3 has episodes 36 through 43. Disc 4 has episodes 44 through 46 and extras. The subtitles on both sets are yellow with a thin black outline, which is standard for Sentai Filmworks releases. During my watch, I found no typos or timing errors. Now for the elephant in the room. Or maybe the alien Oni tiger ox thing in the room. Only half of this series was dubbed in English. I'm not sure why the dub was cancelled, but it's just par for the course at this point. The original Urusei Yatsura had multiple English dub attempts, but none of them managed to complete the series. So if you prefer dubs, just be aware that you can only watch half of this show in English. I also found that the English audio track was quieter than the Japanese one. It wasn't too quiet to watch, but it's a bit odd. You may have to raise your volume a bit when watching in English. You may have noticed that the second set not only has no English dub, but it also lacks subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. It's disappointing to see Sentai drop the ball in two different ways for the second set. It also makes me wonder about the future printings of this show. For many other Sentai shows, they will eventually combine multiple seasons into one complete series release. If they do that for this show, it will be really awkward for people to find out halfway through the show that the dub ended and the subtitles for the deaf and the hard of hearing are gone. Maybe they'll add these in future releases, but I'm not holding my breath. Moving on to special features, these two releases contain clean openings and endings for all 4 openings and all 4 endings. This is completely expected, but it's always nice to have these included. Both sets include previews, but Set 1 calls them episode previews, while Set 2 calls them web previews. They're the same thing, they're just short previews of each episode. More extras are always welcome, but personally I won't be going back to these ever again. For some reason, while both sets have Japanese promos, they are only listed on the Set 2 packaging. Set 1 fails to mention them, but they are still there on Disc 2. However, even without this weird promo fumble, the extras in these sets are fairly light. I wouldn't recommend these sets if you only want special features. I also wouldn't recommend these releases for people who just prefer dubs, or people with hearing impairments. Really, I can only recommend this if you prefer Japanese audio and don't care about extras. If you want these sets, the lowest price I found for Set 1 was $50.11 from Amazon and Target. Lowest price I found for Set 2 was $44.99, also from Amazon and Target. This isn't an endorsement of either storefront, I just want you to be aware of the lowest current price point. As a huge fan of Urusei Yatsura, it's really disappointing that these are subpar releases. While this reboot isn't a masterpiece like the original series, it's still very good, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you're a fan of this reboot, I think you'll still find enjoyment out of these Blu-rays in spite of their flaws. In the end, the show is on Blu-ray even if it isn't perfect. Some shows don't even have that much. Thank you all for watching. Will you be picking up these Urusei Yatsura Blu-rays? Please let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel for more anime home media content. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day.